Hello, this is Demraptor Haunches. I'm currently playing a game called Revelation Online. This is a new free-to-play MMO just brought over by My.com. It should be in open beta by the time this video is up. It was just in early access a couple of weeks ago. And if you were one of the people who got the Founders Packs, you were able to play a little bit early. Hopefully some of the bugs that were in closed beta are mostly resolved. I honestly didn't get a whole lot of time to play this during early access, but what I did play seemed to be fairly improved from closed beta, although there were still some translation things that they needed to address. Very minor, but they were still there. Like some cutscenes still don't have any dialogue whatsoever. But anyway, I'm gonna just basically be flying around in this video. I'm checking out this world here. This is pretty much what the video is going to be. I'm just going to show off a few environments. I don't really have a lot of details about gameplay quite yet because I haven't really gotten too far in. I just barely got access to my wings. And I've just been enjoying flying around. And that, I think, is going to be the main appeal of this MMO for a lot of people, is just being able to fly around, and the flight mechanics in this game are actually quite nice. I came from a game called Aeon that was released a while ago, and I was super hyped for that game because of wings and being able to fly, but they put a heavy limitation on your wings. You couldn't fly in most zones, and then when you could fly, there was a limit to how long you can fly, and then you'd have to recharge. So far in this game, I don't see a limit. I know that your wings can lose power over time and you have to recharge them, but other than that, no limit really. This is one of my favorite areas here. I spend way too much time just flying around here. You'll probably see me just get lost here while I'm even talking. So about this MMO, it's not quite your traditional MMO, though it has some traditional elements. You kind of have the Trinity thing going on. You have the tank, healer, and DPS, but they're handled a little differently. The combat system is you can choose between tab targeting or action or a mixture of both. Personally, I would not recommend the middle option there. I think it's unresponsive, but I choose action combat. I'm currently playing a sword mage, which is a DPS mage class, and it seems, well, I don't know what's happening there. Okay. Anyway, it seems like the combat enables people to solo fairly well. And that's, from what I understand, the developers were interested in appealing to a very wide audience with this game. There are a lot of features in this MMO. I've yet to see if they all are fleshed out nicely, but you have guild raids, you have PvP, PvE, a lot of solo stuff, a lot of group instance stuff. I believe the PvP is also open world, which I forgot to mention. The world itself is a completely open world, barring any of the instance stuff that you do, but you can get from one city to the next without a loading screen, which is something I really like, and I think is pretty much necessary for a game that advertises flight. Another MMO that came out recently that I was really looking forward to was called Riders of Icarus, and that's a pretty fun MMO, but one of the major drawbacks was you have a serious limitation on height when you're flying, and also the entire world is chopped up into instance areas, and that for me is kind of a turnoff. I like my big open world games. But as far as the classes go, in this game, I'm currently playing as a sword mage, but there are a few other classes. There's a gunslinger, which is basically how it sounds, you're a gunslinger. A cultist, which is another mage-like DPS, but can also be an off healer. And then you have a spirit shaper, which is the healer class. I think there's only the one for healing. And then you have two tanks. One of them is an off tank, though I can't remember which one is which, and the names escape me because honestly I never play tank. But those are the main classes. There's going to be another class coming out soon. I don't know when, but it's going to be Assassin, and I'm assuming it's another DPS class. But I'm not sure exactly when that's going to come out. It looks interesting. So far, the main draw for me in this game is it's really pretty considering when it was first developed. I believe this was advertised back when like ArcAge came out, so I was super hyped for it then, and while the graphics are a little dated now, the art style really helps in my opinion. It's a really pretty game. I have yet to see if I'm going to really get into this one. Hopefully I will, because there are a lot of elements I do enjoy. I like the action combat. I love the movement, being able to just jump across the water here. And then, yeah, there are a lot of options for movement. You can run around, jump all over the place, fly. There are mounts, and there are also flying mounts. And yeah, so far I really like the movement, and the game's pretty. Also the game's actually very story driven. Whether or not you'll like the story is completely up to you. Right now the translation is still kind of in works, so you're not going to get the full story with the cutscenes as of right now. Hopefully they'll get that fleshed out soon. But yeah, there are a lot of elements in this game. I might do some more videos on it, but this is basically an introduction, showing some areas, flying around, and just showing off the wings. I just can't get enough wings. This area here is probably my second favorite. I just keep coming back here. I love the tree. But thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day.